Welcome to our presentation on a mixed method study exploring satisfaction of the basic psychological needs at a sport camp for youth living with chronic health conditions. Chronic health conditions are a major cause of morbidity and mortality worldwide, and this is concerning because up to 15% of youth worldwide currently are living with a chronic health condition, including asthma, diabetes, congenital heart disease, and hematological conditions. Although youth living with chronic health conditions can benefit from regular physical activity and sport, living with a chronic health condition can act as a barrier to participation. According to DC and Ryan, humans have three basic psychological needs that, if satisfied, can promote adaptive, effective cognitive, and behavioral outcomes like those we wish to promote with physical activity and sport camps. Drawing on basic needs theory, this study used a mixed methods approach to describe changes, if any, in autonomy, competence, and relatedness, as well as explore additional effects outside the basic psychological needs and contextual factors on youth experience in a 2-week sport camp. The third author, who was a camp coordinator, approached the parents of 40 campers randomly selected when youth were dropped off at the sport camp. 36 of the approached parents and youth consented. Youth were asked to complete a survey the morning camp started, so week 0 on the slide, and were asked to complete the same survey when camp ended. This survey assessed their basic psychological needs, satisfaction, and exercise contexts. In addition, when camp ended, a subset of 20 participants took part in a semi-structured interview to elicit responses related to participants' overall experiences at the camp, as well as basic psychological needs. These 20 participants were purposefully selected to ensure variation in age, sex, physical activity levels, and observed personality traits. At the start of camp, participants reported low basic psychological needs satisfaction relative to scale range, and these increased to the moderate to high range at the end of camp. Using one-way repeated measures multivariate analysis of variance, statistically significant differences in participants' perceptions of competence, autonomy, and relatedness from the start of camp to the end of camp were observed. Inspection of mean change shows that perceived autonomy increased the most, followed by perceived competence and relatedness. Qualitative data were analyzed using inductive thematic analysis, which resulted in 6 themes, which I will briefly describe while representative quotes are on the screen. The first theme illustrated that being surrounded by other youth was an important part of the participants' camp experience, as it allowed them to develop positive friendships with other camp participants, as well as to receive support for physical activity from other youth and the counselors. Second, the participants discussed their enjoyment for the variety of activities offered during camp, as well as the importance of camp counselors for encouraging choice to engage in activities that were enjoyable. For the third theme, attending the camp helped instill positive attitudes towards physical activity and sport, and helped the participants consider making it a part of their everyday life. Indeed, the participants viewed the opportunity to engage in a variety of activities they would not otherwise do within a unique recreational environment as factors responsible for their shift in attitudes and motivation towards physical activity and sport. For the fourth theme, participants felt attending the camp helped them build confidence gradually because they could undertake activities in a safe, supervised, and supportive environment. By being challenged and experiencing success, they felt more confident in their abilities to engage in physical activity and sport generally, as well as for pushing themselves to work harder. Fifth, learning how to interact with others was another benefit of attending the camp. At first, some of the participants experienced conflicting interpersonal relationships, stating that they did not like some of their interactions with other camp participants. However, they said that the camp helped them overcome such interpersonal difficulties by helping them develop better communication skills. Finally, having fun was critical for the participants. Some felt that being involved in competitive activities made the activities less enjoyable. Those who disliked competition explained that they did not feel that they could enjoy the activity when the emphasis was on winning or outperforming the other camp participants. Though follow-up effects on physical activity motivation and behavior were not assessed, and this study was focused on a particular sport camp, the short-term assessment suggests that one potential way sport camps may help youth is by fostering basic psychological needs. Indeed, the camp helped to foster participants' confidence, communication, and attitudes towards physical activity, which may contribute to the perceived satisfaction of autonomy, relatedness, and competence. In addition, findings suggest that variety of activities and encouragement from counselors to engage in activities that were enjoyable serve to foster participants' autonomy. From a practical standpoint, camp organizers and counselors should limit overly competitive activities and focus on developing youth skills, helping them make friends, and prioritizing effort over interpersonal competition. Thank you. Physical activity in sport camps, in addition to providing youth living with chronic health conditions with an opportunity to be active, may also provide the opportunity to form meaningful relationships, build skills and competencies, develop positive attitudes and beliefs towards physical activity in sport, as well as learn and demonstrate leadership. Although prior studies provide important information regarding the benefits of physical activity in sport camps, they have relied on approaches or methods that don't provide insight into the underlying mechanisms or the pathways that may influence aforementioned outcomes. In the context of evaluating physical activity in sport camps, basic needs theory can be used as a framework for understanding the potential underlying mechanisms that can facilitate these benefits.